Hi, sir. Very good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Very good morning. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing fantastic. I'm fit as a feather. Thank you for asking. So, tell me about yourself and how was your morning so far?
Yes, yes. Yeah, but my day was very well. Yeah, every single day I get up early in the morning around 4:30 a.m. And after getting up, I go for morning walk. And I came back around 6:30 a.m.
Mhm.
And right now I am free. And that's why also I am using this time. And if I say uh, about me, I am Santanu Das. I am from West Bengal. And by professional, I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant. And I have been working over there more than 10 years. And if I talk about my hobbies, I always like playing cricket and football. But nowadays, I don't play cricket and football because I don't get free time. Because my goal is, right now, my goal is I want to become a good English speaker. This is my goal. That's why I am using this platform. On the other hand, I run one YouTube channel, which name is English with SD. That's all about me. It is my short introduction. And ma'am, please introduce yourself.
Sure, sir. I love to introduce myself. My name is Malati. I live in Bangalore. If I talk about my education, I have completed my graduation in English literature. Earlier, I used to teach, but nowadays I completely homemaker. I dedicate my precious time for my family, for upbringing. So, and apart from there, I am also very small YouTuber where I'm trying to uploading English related conversation solo and shorts video. Yes, sir. It's pretty much about myself.
Okay, okay. It is wonderful introduction. And ma'am, right now also you are learning this language, and you earlier also you teach few students. And at that time, did you teach English subject?
No, I used to teach in government school, and it's been very long gap. I would say 10 or 11 year gap. So that time I used to teach in a primary level. So, but nowadays its education is completely different compared to 10 year, 11 year back, as you know, right? And that time in government school situation, you know very well what kind of situation was there. So yes, I used to teach in all over subject in a primary level, math, English, and our native language subject also. So and social science also I used to teach. But the thing is, talking about the English is a completely different. Just we used to teach in a subjective wise. Apart from there in school, even teacher also they didn't teach talk in English also in that time. Nowadays it's might be maybe it's a changing, but in that condition. So even though my English was in a written way was good, but the speaking way it was not good. And on the other hand, I took very long gap. 10 or 11 year gap is a very very long gap, as you know. So then I completely, I would say, forgot, right? So again I start my journey from scratch, I would say. From scratch, yes, somewhere it's helped me because I had some idea about grammar, something. But still I'm speaking time I'm making mistakes because of the lack of practice. And I'm working upon here. It has been, I think, more than 1 year. So yes, now I'm thinking I'm improving compared to earlier. So still I'm working in my language, sir.
Yes, yes, definitely. Actually, it will always take time. Yeah, at the beginning time, who are learning this language, at that time they made so many mistakes. Yeah, while speaking English, because English is not my mother tongue. It is second language. That's why it will always take time. And
Yes.
if I tell about me, I belong to village area, and during my study, I was very weak English subject, and at that time I could not write one sentence in English properly. And right now also I can write any paragraph in English. I can write any English letter. Yeah, there is no problem, but I can't speak properly. Yeah, while speaking English, I get stuck, lack of vocabulary. I don't have a lot of vocabulary in my brain. Yeah, and I have been facing this kind of problem for a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah, in my point of view, it will always take time. Yeah, little by little, definitely I will improve. Yeah, definitely I will improve, and one day definitely I want to be a good English speaker. Yeah, and I follow these rules, and in I observe that consistency and practice both are very important. Yeah, for learning this language, for improving your English skill, always you will have to practice regular basis. That's why also I am using this platform.
Okay. Sir, you are mentioning like earlier you were you starting your English scratch level. Okay. So tell me about your journey. What kind of method you are applying while learning this language?
Yes, well, first of all, I'm telling you it is wonderful question for me, because I belong to village area, and during my study in the primary school, there was no English subject in the primary school.
Yes.
And when I was starting in class 7 standard and 8 standard, at that time I could not write one sentence in English properly. I was very weak at the time. Yeah, I was very weak at that time in English subject. And right now also I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant. And whenever I get free time, I always try to learn this language. But when I started learning this language, at that time I started only for writing purpose. At that time I used to watch so many English grammatical video on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And after watching those kind of video, continue around after 2 months, I observed that there is no problem. In this time, I can write any paragraph, I can write any letter in English. After that I started my English speaking journey. And
Mhm.
I found those kind of video who belong to village area, who are starting in class 8 standard and 9 standard, they are also speaking English very well. At that time I thought maybe, yeah, I would learn this language. After that I started my English speaking journey. But when I started English speaking journey, at that time I had to face a lot of issue, because in my locality there is no good English environment. No one speak English in my locality, no one speak English at my house. There is no good English environment, and I don't have any partner for practicing purpose. That's why in the front of camera, I used to speak continuously every single day. First time 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah. After that, I recorded the video, and after recording the video, I watched very carefully what kind of mistake I was doing while speaking English. Yeah. In this way, also I started my English speaking journey. But after completing 2 or 3 months, I observed that, yeah, speaking is also another part. Yeah, reading and writing, it is very easy, but speaking is also another part. It is so difficult. Yeah, it will always take time. Just few months you cannot learn this language. Yeah,
Yes.
I know very well, to learn any language always you will have to follow four rules: LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Four things are very important. But in my point of view, most important is listening and speaking, because I observe that most of the people, they always learn our native language always by listening and by speaking. That's why I follow these rules. Whenever I get free time, I always watch the YouTube video in English. And in my point of view, listening and speaking both are very important.
Okay, that's a great. Whatever you are telling, I totally resonate because I have been also following same thing for a scratch to now also, and I feel very happy if I can talk. I feel very energetic if I will listening, and listening is that kind of method which is I am applying. You are also applying. We can do active listening and passive. Those kind of listening. Active listening is a very powerful compared to passive listening. While we are doing household chores, other work, they can that time also we can listen. But active listening is a properly sit and just focus what they are telling, and just try to remember, or just try to recall what they wants to take conclusion. So if we should understand slowly and gradually, we can understood very easily, and we can articulate the sentence also. But it will take time, right? It will take time. It's not going to over in a overnight. It will take little more time, depend of person to person. Might be some people take very long time, might be some people take very short time also, right? It's up to
Yeah.
your hard work, up to your determination, up to your consistency, right? But the thing is, if you make the determination, okay, anyhow I will learn, you should enjoy first this journey, right? It's not going to forcefully. You can do only 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, then you feel monotonous. So that's why I will suggest to every person who are beginner. So they start, I know they are starting, but in the between they feel, okay, it's not my cup of tea, I can't, even they understand very well, but they feel very shameful to talking in front of other people, right? So and they can't,
Yes. Yes.
courage to do learn this language. So I want to know, sir, I come across so many people, my friend circles also, my relatives also, they knows very well the English, okay, they understand, but the thing is they can't courage to speak in front of other people. So what kind of suggestion you want to give?
Yeah, to be honest, in my point of view, always you have to practice regular basis, and always you will have to open your mouth. This is the
Yes.
problem. And I observe that in my locality, I have a lot of friends. They are good at English grammar. They are good at English grammar. They know very well English grammar. They can read properly. They can write properly. They can understand properly while watching any English content. There is no problem.
Yes.
When it comes about speaking, at that time they are afraid. They are afraid, and they are don't want to speak in front of the people. They always think that, yeah, if I make few mistake while speaking English, other people will laugh. Yeah, that's why also they don't want to speak. This is the wrong. Yeah, mistake is common. Everyone makes mistake, and you are learning a new language. While learning this language, everyone makes mistakes, and eh, after making mistake, always you have to learn. Yeah, this is the rules. But in my point of view, don't worry about making mistake. Every single day, always you have to practice minimum 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yeah, and always you have to practice, and yeah, always you have to listen, and always you have to listen so many video on the YouTube channel. If you and listening is the most important part. If you are a good listener, definitely one day you will be a good English speaker. Listening is an art. Yeah, listening and speaking, I always follow this rule: listening and speaking.
Yes. So, sir, as you already mentioned, listening is a very powerful technique which is follow every beginner. So, I want to know for beginner purpose, what kind of things they have to starting period they have to listening or watching, what they should do. Please give me some suggestion for those beginner person who are completely
Yes,
just they are think about I should start like that. Those kind of person purpose.
yes, you're right. When I started my English speaking journey, as far as I remember, one day I was watching one of the video. At that time, I understood very well that video, and that's why that video I watched minimum 10 times. Yeah, minimum 10 times. At that time, watching that video, I watched very carefully what kind of grammatical structure are used over there. Yeah, and in my point of view also, always you have to watch the English video, and always you have to speak regular basis, and listening is the most important. If you can't listen, if you are listen don't listen anything, you cannot speak English. Yeah,
Yes.
listening is the powerful part of the learning this language.
Okay. Yes, yes, definitely. They should follow. And main thing I would say, interest is a mandatory first, right? You should make interest first. So then you try to learn, you try to listen or watching such kind of video which is totally regarding English. So you have to make sometime environment also, which is artificial. If you are belong to village side, no matter if you belong to city side, but in your surrounding people are not talking in English, you can make environment, you can talk. Nowadays it's social media, you have so many platform are
Yes,
there, so many groups are there, you can interact to those people who are interested. And nowadays, chat GPT also help a lot for people improving, isn't it? And as well as mirror talk also, and you can make a video where you can talk, and then you can realize, okay, now I am here and they are making mistakes, right? So just for this, you're all about things is your interest, then only you can learn, right?
yes, you are right. Yeah, in
Yes.
my point of view also, uh, I did not go anywhere. I did not join any coaching center, always staying at my home and using my smartphone. I am learning this language. Nowadays, social media is available. If you want to learn this language, don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
Using your smartphone, you can learn this language. And if you search on the YouTube, yeah, how will you learn this language? Yeah. What kind of method will I follow for learning this language? You can get so many videos. Yeah. And
Yes.
always you have to follow these rules. In my point of view.
Yes, exactly, sir, exactly. So, tell me, sir, do you have any question for me? You can ask me, sir.
Yes, I would like to ask one question to you. You are also learning this language. I am learning this language. I have been learning this language more than 2 years. I know very well it will always take time. You cannot learn this language very easily because there is no good English environment in our locality. But while watching English video on the YouTube channel, I found those kind of thumbnail. How will you learn this language just 15 days? How will you learn this language just 30 days? And ma'am, what do you think? Is it possible just 15 days and just 30 days you can learn this language very easily? Is there any shortcut process for learning this language?
Okay, it's a very good question actually, and it's a reality question. So everyone feel confusion who are beginner, right? If they show within 15 minutes, 1 month, 3 month, 90 days, you can achieve, you can learn this language, you will be fluent speaker like that. But sir, as for as my opinion, it's nothing going to miracle within 1 month, right? We have to burn in, overnight. Then only it can possible. For example, if you have a very sharp mind and you can put in your food effort, then might be possible in a 3 month, isn't it? But 3 month also it's you will be not be fluent speaker. Just if you are beginner, I'm telling about beginner who are beginner people, you know. It will take little more time. You should not be monotonous, because yes, they are telling they can teach, they can give some idea about grammatical something like that, but it's totally different. About learning grammar, about learning English or speaking is a very different part, right? First you try to speak, you have to make your exercise mouth muscle, so many things. Still I'm struggling. It has been more than 1 year I'm learning this language, but sometimes I also feel struggling. I can't get correct word and correct sentence. So and even though I am given 100%, I can't say 100%, but as much as possible I try to give time here, right? Listening, writing, speaking, reading, whatever like that I do, but still I'm struggling. So I would say it's not going to miracle within 1 month or 3 month. Yes, but you, if you can give the 100% dedication time here, and you have an interest and you are very enthusiasm for learning this language, yes, after 3 months you can start, little bit, effortlessly, might be tough, right? But you should be like that work. And slowly and gradually, yes, after 6 months so many people are improving. I saw who are very determined person, they are improving after 6 months. But it's a 15 days or 1 month, I don't think so people can get a very fast, that much fast achievement.
Yes, yes, you're right. And ma'am, I'd like to ask one question to you. You were teaching in a school, and nowadays I observe that there are so many English medium school, and most of the guardian and most of the parents, they are always sending their child in English medium school. But during my study, there was no English medium school.
Yes.
Nowadays, there are so many English medium school, and ma'am, what do you think? What most of the people, they are also sending their English medium school? What is the importance of English language?
Yes, nowadays it's a very crucial English language. No matter if you go for like a PTM also, I would say only parents meeting. If I will go parents meeting, every teacher prefer to only speak English. And I have to, like for my children, I have to ask something. I have to say something about regarding education. And I am belong to different country. I am living here, and my children also study here, and they don't know about my language. Either I should talk in here local language or English language, right? So everyone prefer in a English language. It's a very small example. If you go for, any kind of job interview, and if you go anywhere state, different state also, it's not possible you can learn every state wise language. But yes, English nowadays work everywhere. If you go different country also, even all around country also and states also, it's a work everywhere. And job opportunity, your education, you are confident, if you learn English it will work everywhere. So I would say it's a very mandatory nowadays, and everyone should learn this language. And now you can see, sir, maybe you are very aware, because you are also, you are learning this language for a long time. You are, so many people are become very enthusiastic for learning this language. And even those people age is very older, like 70, 75-year-old people are also learning. Why? Because they feel it's very crucial. I can learn, and it's a long lasting process, it's a long journey, sir. We can't say within 1 year, 2 year I can learn and I will be completely okay and no need to speak, no need to learn, like that. Not like that. It will go long journey, but it's a very crucial each and every sector nowadays.
Yes, yes, you are right. Yeah, nowadays English is an international language as well as the communication language. To communicate each other, to communicate other country of people, English is necessary. English is needful language. Right now you are from Bangalore. Maybe you have an own native language, but I don't know your native language properly. I
Yes.
am from West Bengal. Bengal is my mother tongue, but
Yes.
you don't know my native language properly. But
Yes.
after learning English, we are talking each other. We are
Yes.
connecting each other. That's why English is connecting language. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. That's why, it's make to people for familiar also, like that. I don't know, you don't know my language, I don't know your language, but we are talking very nicely. It's make one kind of familiar, like that. One kind of exchange we can thought also we can exchange regarding mediator is a language, right? So that's why it's very crucial, I would say, and I would say to every learner and beginner, everyone should start. If I can learn, if you can learn, everyone can learn, right? It's a language, it's not a very big thing, just we are making it a very big thing. We can't, it's not my cup of tea. Oh my god, like that people are thinking,
Yeah.
but nothing. Just if you little bit aware about that, and if you try to keep your heart and soul here, you will get achievement, I would say.
Yes, yes, you're right. Absolutely right. All right, ma'am. It was a wonderful conversation with you. Yeah, thank you for giving me a valuable time. Yeah, and I have learned so many things by connecting with you. Yeah, and ma'am, definitely in future I will connect with you again. Yeah, all right. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir, and you give your precious time, and I'm very happy. And thank you so much once again. Definitely, we will again meet in future. Bye, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.